Hello, Scorpio. Welcome to your weekly reading for July 24th to the 30th. This is for Scorpio, Sun, and Rising. And if you're new to my channel, I do a traditional occult cross spread. I also use astrology and my guides to help bring a lot more clarity, to get more specific and detailed with your reading, Scorpio. I do this because I love you. I want you to feel like it's a personal reading, as if we're here one-on-one rather than a general spread. Lastly, I use astrology because it brings a lot more depth to your reading. So Scorpio, this is a big week. I mean, we came out of one of the biggest weeks of the year. I mean, that was a huge week. You're probably feeling a lot of shifts. You're feeling a lot of action, having a lot of fun. All right. You're probably having a lot of fun right now. You're also probably feeling a little bit of pressure, not in a bad way. It's, it's just, it's life. We have these moments, right? But there's a lot happening, and we're kicking it off. Over the weekend, the sun moved into Leo. We're in Leo season. The sun is at home in Leo. The sun rules Leo. So this is shining light in all those areas of your life. Leo is all about pleasure, fun, romance, love, creativity, self-expression. Now, Venus is also in Leo, but Venus is going retrograde, or it has gone retrograde over the weekend, okay? And so think about Venus, the planet of love and beauty and romance and fashion, style, relationships, money, creativity. Venus, everything we desire, right? So Venus has gone retrograde in Leo, and Venus is going to be retrograde for 40 days, okay, up until September 3rd. Now, this is what's really interesting, Scorpio. A lot of y'all are going to feel some shifts in your career because Venus in Leo and the Sun in Leo are this in your 10th house, okay? 10th house of career, public recognition, achievements, honors, it's even fame, right? So you may feel some activity around there, but this is a retrograde. So you may be reassessing things in your career, okay? Retrogrades, think about the even the word retrograde, R-E, okay? So reassessing, rethinking, reevaluating, redesigning, reconsidering, even like rekindling, okay? Love. And I'm going to talk about that in a second, but it really is a time where you're going to have this moment of just really thinking about where you are in your life right now and where you want to go moving forward. All right. It's all about matters of the heart, all about matters of the heart. Remember, the sun is all about identity, itself, its ego, its authenticity. So it's just this awareness of who you are and the things that you desire, the things that you want moving forward. Now, again, it's, with this retrograde, especially with it being Venus retrograde in Leo, people from your past may be coming back, okay? This is going to be a thing. It's going to be a thing. And it can be friends, it can mostly colleagues or former bosses. Remember, a lot of this is highlighted in your 10th house. Now, again, like as I say, most of y'all know at this point that, with these the movement of the planetary aspects, they're mostly going to affect the Scorpio risings, but Scorpios, all y'all are going to feel everything that I'm saying this month, but Scorpio risings are going to have more of an effect, okay, or feel more of an impact. So this is also, you have to think about what's happening for you in the broad picture, right? Jupiter and Uranus in your 7th house of partnerships and relationships for an entire year. For an entire year, okay, until May 2024. You have to remember Pluto moved into Aquarius in your 4th house, okay, your domestic sector, all right? So it's retrograde now, but it's coming back in January 2024, but it's allowing you to have these moments, and that's in your 4th house. So your domestic sector, relationships, home matters. So you put all the pieces together, the fact that Saturn is in Pisces in your 5th house of love, relationships. I mean, you do all the math, put all that together. A lot of y'all are definitely going to feel it in relationships. There are, Venus retrogrades are like break up, wake up, shake up moments. Okay. Some of y'all may realize that you're not in the right relationship and break up. Some of y'all may realize that the relationship you're in is like, this is the one, this is my soulmate. So you take it to the next level, to like marriage, or, you know, renewing vows, or, do you know what I mean? Like, it's just reassessing at this time. Okay. So, really interesting time. Again, a lot of y'all, when I say relationships and partnerships, it may just be career. Okay. It may be career. All right. It has nothing to do with, relationships in terms of love, but for a lot of y'all, it'll resonate with career, moving to a different place in where you are in your career and work life. So, especially with the fact that the lunar nodes, you know, the North Node moved into your 6th house, okay, of work and labor. So think about, this is a time of reassessing things, rethinking things. After September 3rd, that's when it's really just moving forward, okay, moving forward with everything that you've reconsidered. And then this is when you have your revival, your reality checks, your renaissance, your rebirth. Okay, so this is it really is like the summer of love. It really is the summer of love, but also just rethinking about where you want to move forward in terms of that. So keep that in mind. Looking at, you know, the full picture here, I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of y'all moved in with partners around this time, or had conversations about moving in with partners, or you know, had conversations about getting married, have conversations about, you know, ascending in terms of your relationships, whether again work or love. Now the other thing is that this is it really is. I want you to just remember, this is just like matters of the heart. What you want moving forward is, just remember, it's Venus. It's Venus. Now, I made a video on things not to do during a Venus retrograde, and I'll post that link somewhere up here or at the end of the video. But there's a lot of things you don't want to do during a Venus retrograde, and that is making a commitment. Like, if you did meet someone, if you are single, you don't want to start a relationship during a Venus retrograde. If you did meet someone, I mean, it's like, hey, roll with it until after September 5th and see what happens, right? Just you don't want to start a business during a Venus retrograde. Again, I did a video, and I just don't want to take up all your time here, but there's a lot of things that you should avoid. Venus is, you know, the planet of beauty. You don't want to get, like, you know, cosmetic, like, you know, you don't want to make big purchases. You don't want to, anyway, because it rules money. Like, don't buy a yacht at this time, or a private island, like big purchases. I'm going to give you an example, just to make things a little bit more clear in terms of what happens during a Venus retrograde. So the last time Venus was retrograde in Leo was 2015. It was July to September 2015. If you watched The Voice, you may remember Blake Shelton and Miranda Lambert divorced in July. Okay, so that happened during a Venus retrograde. Remember, I said there are breakups. All right. At the same time, Gwen Stefani and Gavin Rossdale, they split in August during the Venus retrograde. Okay, now think about what happened after, when Venus went direct. Okay, in November, Blake Shelton and Gwen Stefani got together. Another soulmate. So do you see how that, you know, when I say breakups, it's just you knowing that you're not in the right relationship, and there is, you know, your soulmates on the other end. But again, I know that a lot of people may, I just have, you know, this feeling that some people are going to leave messages or comments like, oh my God, are you saying that I'm going to leave my husband after 40 years, or he's going to leave me? No, I'm not saying that at all. Again, just a time to reassess your relationships, matters of the heart. So yeah, maybe some will, but, you know, if you feel intuitively that, you know, that may happen. But again, it could just be taking your love to a whole new level. But here's the other thing, again, especially if you're Scorpio rising, it's probably going to be something in career. It's probably going to be something in career. Okay. And lastly, if it is, if you're not here for love or career, self-love. okay? It's self-love. It's finding that inner courage. Remember, think about Leo. It's that confidence. So in any case, Venus is going to square Uranus on July 24th, and this is a true breakthrough moment. Could be like very emotional, but this is absolutely amazing. It may again have to do with relationships, because this is in your 7th house of partnerships and relationships. All right, so it could even be if you are looking for, if you are, let's say, like you and your partner decide to move in together, this could be a partnership with a real estate agent that you find, okay? Having that breakthrough, finding the one, like, this is the one that we want to work with. I mean, so you have to take what resonates with you in terms of what's going on in your life, all right? So that's going to be happening. So we're kicking the week off with that. July 27th, Mercury is going to conjunct Venus, which is absolutely amazing. It's the, like the best day of the week astrologically. This is a very important Venus conjunction, okay, with Mercury. I love this one. I mean, this is like messages of love and compassion. You could get spiritual downloads. You could even get messages, regarding, love or areas of love, or even have clarity around it now, having a sort of sense of freedom, okay, for a lot of Scorpios. That's gonna resonate. And then Mercury does move into Virgo on the 28th, and then that is Mercury is the ruling planet for Virgo, so it's in its domicile, so it's at home. So this is very interesting because at this point, Mercury and Mars, all right, they're both in your 11th house now. So your social network, groups you belong to, organizations you belong to, you may actually, start your own, some sort of group or organization. It could even be online, or there could be something that's going on with friends around this time, because it is your social network. But the 11th house is also your hopes and wishes. So there's a lot of things that you may be hoping for or wishing for, and there's a lot of things that you could just be gung-ho about going toward your passions. Okay, going toward your passions now. All right, this is a big week for you, Scorpio. So with that said, I mean, you are just gonna, it's a very cerebral aspect. Like, you're gonna be thinking a lot. There's a lot happening, I'm not gonna lie. So Scorpio, let's go ahead and get to it. Let's see what's going on for you for July 24th to the 30th. Again, this is for Scorpio, sun and rising. And if you want to read for your moon, your Venus, all those other placements, absolutely welcome to, especially Venus, if you know your birth chart. And yeah, that's it. Let's go ahead and get started. See what's going on for you. I do leave all the key astrological dates in the description box if you do want to follow along as well. So, Scorpio, my dog has joined me. She takes up all my table space. We have to work around her. Scorpio, I do a traditional occultic cross spread. It really does bring the best overview, in my opinion. If we need to pull clarifiers, we will pull clarifiers. Secondly, Scorpio, wow. Oh my goodness. Scorpio, you're amazing. You're awesome. Thanks so much for being here. I did launch merchandise. I don't know, because I filmed your, I'm going to push this back a bit so you can see a little more. But I don't know, because I'm doing your videos in advance, so I don't miss the dates. I don't know if that's launched yet. It may be there, so just scroll down a little bit. If not, it'll be there tomorrow. All right? All right, so Scorpio, you can see your spread now. This is, wow. Okay. All right. I mean, you're good. You're absolutely good, Scorpio. You got the King of Wands. I love this. I love it. Absolutely love it. When I talk about that career energy, that is going to be a big thing for you, okay? It looks like that has been on your mind. It has been something that has been possibly really big for you. Again, King of Wands is the entrepreneur of tarot. I call him the Steve Jobs of tarot. He is very inspiring. He's very influential. He worked his way up, okay, to sit in this throne. He didn't, not sitting in this throne from like succession or lineage. Like, he worked his butt off to sit in this throne, and he's the fun-loving king. He's so much fun. He's actually Leo, all right? He's actually Leo. And so remember what I said. Venus in Leo, now the sun in Leo, in your 10th house of career. And you pull the card of King of Wands, who is Leo. And this is a card of him. He's an entrepreneur. So a lot of y'all have come into a place where you are just like, yes, things are good in my career. The passions that I've been going toward, hey, things are finally working in my favor. So I absolutely love this for you. Again, he's a fun king. He's a really fun king. Everybody wants to be around this king, okay? I absolutely love this. Very transformative energy, too. And so there could, again, have been some, like, really big things that have happened. I'm also getting, like, a lot of attention. Scorpios may be getting a lot of attention now for being recognized, which is really great, okay? So look at what's happening here. You went from the King of Wands to the King of Swords in the heart of your spread. And so now it's like the King of Swords, by the way, the King of Wands is like, all the kings are fixed, okay? Swords, air, right? So King of Swords, it's the fixed air sign. So he's Aquarius, all right? So remember what I said earlier about Pluto having moved into Aquarius for y'all. That is your 4th house of your home sector, domestic sector. So there again could be a lot of activity happening around there. All right, family, children, a lot of activity. Okay, but even still, with the King of Swords in the heart of your spread, he's a little bit more intense. He's so headstrong. This is all about the truth and nothing but the truth, okay? The King of Swords, a lot of power, a lot of authority, head above the clouds, very strategic, very just like, I always say, this is the king. If you were summoned by this king in the medieval times, let's say the 14th century when tarot did come out, this is the king that would make your knees shake. All right, he looks directly out. He's the only king that looks directly at you. He has nothing to hide. Okay, he has faced all his truth. He's honest with himself. He's not in denial about anything anymore. This is a week where you're just gonna be sitting in this throne and just ready to just feeling really confident. Okay, feeling really confident. You can see his sword is tilted. He is ready to strike. I love this for you. Absolutely love this for you. Like, again, a lot of clarity, right? Especially with Mars and Mercury in Virgo. A lot more practical, pragmatic, but very determined. Very, like, again, just cerebral is what I said earlier. It's just like zoned in on your passions, what you want, what you need. Now, you did get the 5 of Cups in your challenge area. And so looking at your entire spread here, there is still a sense of something that there's something that may have happened that I'm not getting it's a serious issue, but it could, again, it depends on like your birth chart or whatever, but there could have been something that did happen that you did regret, or something that will happen this week where you're questioning, it's maybe a decision where you're questioning, am I going to regret this? Okay, so remember, always just go with your intuition, go with your gut. If you have to, take that time out, all right? Take that time out, because you never want to be the person that is looking back and regretting things or being disappointed about a situation that happened, right? Especially when you don't know if it was actually really good for you, all right? And the reason I say that is you can see the cups. You see all that wine spilled, right? Take a closer look at the cups. You see that green stuff, Scorpio? What is that? What's that green stuff? I don't know what it is, Scorpio. Do you know what it is? You probably don't. If I don't know what it is, nobody knows what it is, and that is the point. How do we know that was even good for you? How do we know that wasn't poison? How do we know that wasn't going to upset your stomach? How do we know? I mean, this could have been something that wasn't worth your time or wasn't even meant for you. And because, look, there are 2 full cups behind you. So all you have to do is look up. All you have to do is grab those cups, cross the bridge, get home, You know, sit in your lazy chair, watch X-Files, do whatever you do, right? Hang out with your partner and open a bottle of wine and have a, bubble bath and talk about birds, whatever you do, right? But the point is, you just want to not regret anything or have anything from the past dictate your future, okay? Don't have those moments. So again, there is something this week where you may feel like, okay, I have all this power in my hands. I don't want to regret something. Go with your gut. Go with your intuition. Go here. Go here. Go here. Okay? Because look at this. You got the 3 of Cups and the 10 of Cups. Cups, by the way, are like emotions and feelings and, even wonderment and joy. It's great. It's great. It's great. Okay? This is a card of celebration. This is a card of happy everything. Happy couple. Happy family. Happy marriage. Happy, life. Happy everything. Okay? You're good. I mean, there is something that it's really one thing, I think that there is a sense of you wanting to be a little bit more social now and really opening up, and I really like that. There's also a sense of you there's going to be some bonding. That's something that you want to do. And some of y'all actually may celebrate something this week. There could be something that you celebrate. Maybe it's like a friend's birthday. It could be, the signing of a new contract, or there is something, but there is still that bonding energy is coming through really strong. And then also remember, Mars and Mercury are in your 11th house of hopes and wishes and your social network and groups you belong to. But you also got the 10 of Cups, all right? So this is, again, this is the only rainbow in tarot indicating a promising future. And you see all the cups are aligned in the rainbow, right? That's a lot of enlightenment, all right? It's you're good. So it looks like you are, things are good for you. And you have a lot of power. You have a lot of power, especially because you got the Hierophant in your future. I mean, there's a lot of Scorpios who are moving into a lot of power to a point where you are going to be the one who is spreading all this wisdom, spreading all this knowledge. I mean, this is the first person, by the way, in the major arcanas where first card where other people appear, the little monks, outside of the main figure. And so the Hierophant, he is the Greek priest, right? A hero is eros, right? It's sacred, holy. Font, feinen, all right? That's to spread, to reveal, if trace it back. But he's got the keys. He's wearing a triple crown. I mean, he's a connector from the divine to physical reality, but it really is oh my goodness, spreading the truth. And, the Hierophant has a sense of tradition with it. It also has a sense of structure, okay? The Hierophant is ruled by Taurus, by the way. So a lot of y'all could feel that, a lot of y'all could be, getting married. I'm not going to lie. Married or signing a contract or something. But there is a sense of this community that's being built around you, if that makes sense. There is a sense of you wanting that as well. And you could easily be that person that is leader of it, okay? So it could be something that a project that you're working on where it appeals to a large group, or even a smaller group that is more community based. It could even be work related. It could even just be a passion of yours, that something that you want to launch. But either way, this is just you, that spiritual download. You're gonna feel it. You're gonna feel it. All right. Remember, I said Mercury is conjuncting Venus toward the end of the week. Okay, so that is a big deal. Spiritual downloads, intuitive downloads, but you're definitely gonna feel it. This is a lot of power. This is a lot of power here. All right, a lot of wisdom, a lot of truth, a lot of fun. I mean, you're good. It does look like you will have the power to make some decision over something will I regret this? Is this something that I should do? But go with your gut, your instincts, okay? And that's also going to be really good for you. I mean, I don't know if you know this, but 90 to 95% of our endorphins are produced from our gut, okay? So really just go with your gut. If you come to that point, right? For some of y'all, it could just be something that has happened and you have to like let go of this now. Something that, you know, ended, and you have to, now it's time to move forward because you have a lot to look forward to. You have a lot of power. So, Scorpio, let's get to your stuff. Scorpio, if you like this reading, it would be so great if you like, subscribe, leave comments. I love hearing from y'all. If you are a subscriber, thank you so much for being here. Y'all are amazing. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you, so I do appreciate it, and I am truly grateful. Wow. Wow. Okay. Okay. That's Scorpio. You really pulled one on me. This is interesting. So you did get the Four Pentacles. Okay, it's great. This is really good. Remember, this is all about, four is all about order. Okay, think about four legs of a table, four wheels of a car. That's stability, right? Money and finances. A lot of Scorpios will be thinking about that now, but Pentacles are also your physical reality, so it's also like kind of just building that foundation, right, in your life. Remember, Pluto in Aquarius, even though it, you know, dipped back into Capricorn, for the next 20 years it will be there, and it was in, you know, your sign from what was it, March to June. So you're still possibly, a lot of y'all could be feeling that because you had moments you were thinking about, like it was kind of like a preview of what's to come. But this is really just building that foundation, right? You have to think about everything that's happening in your chart anyway. Saturn in Pisces, okay, getting really serious about it's in your fifth house, getting really serious about love, getting really serious about you know, what brings you pleasure, what brings you fun, your own creativity, your self-expression, all right? But a lot of focus on relationships and partnerships as well. But really, if, you know, money is a big thing, okay? This is the Pentacles, all right? So putting your finances in order could be something that you are thinking about. If you're not, you may want to be thinking about that, especially if you are moving in with a partner, especially if there have been like shifts with career or home relationships. But either way, it's just putting your life in order, basically. Just think of that, the foundations of your life, what's going to bring you that structure. Remember, you did get the Hierophant in your future. Now, you did get the Five of Wands, all right? So there is, what's really interesting is looking at this, two things are coming up. One, it looks like some people may not see eye to eye with what you want to do this week, all right? And the second thing is, if you have children, there could be like, you could be the referee right now. There could be some like egos at play. But there are really a lot of egos at play. No matter the situation, just be aware of that, all right? Only because there is, you know, I said the sun is in Leo, right? I said this on Leo, it's like ego, right? But it's also like Leo is very fiery, so I've said in other readings there can be a tendency for ego to just go like, whoa, you know, you're like that, you're the villain in an 80s, you know, comedy, like you know, you wear those sunglasses, your collar's up. Don't be that person this week, okay? But I'm not getting the sense it's you anyway. I think it's like people are gonna be like not seeing eye to eye with what you want, all right? So keep that in mind. Just be cool, all right? You have your collars up, be cool, go with it. Sunglasses, the Ray-Bans, or whatever they are, you just go with it. You got the hair flip, all of that. But this is, you know, Five of Wands is a card of severity. You know, in the Tree of Life, it's like a challenge card, but it's the least severe. You can see it's actually just kids swinging their wands in the air. Like when I talk about ego, this is just like not worth their time, energy. But it looks like there may be something that comes up this week. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. Keep your collars up. All right, Scorpio. Now, you did get the Queen of Wands. Hey. You got the pair. Now, when I say a lot of y'all are going to be feeling a lot of activity in terms of work, some of y'all already are. It's a big message that I'm already getting. But you will definitely, you've probably been feeling it for a while. Now that I think about it, because we did have Mars in Leo for a while. Venus has been in Leo for a while, right? Mercury dipped into Leo for a while. I mean, this is like, there was a lot of activity in Leo in your 10th house of career, fame, public recognition, honors, achievements. And now you just got the pair here of the wands. Now, I said he's the entrepreneur, so is she, the Queen of Wands. She's actually Aries, all right? So remember what I said earlier. Leo, Venus and the Sun in Leo in your 10th house of career, and now the Queen of Wands, who is Aries, all right? The North Node moving into Aries last week, your 6th house of like work and labor and everyday activities. But so yeah, a lot of work energy for a lot of Scorpios. It's going to resonate, sure. And it is, it's just saying that there's a lot of things that you want. And it's almost like you don't want anything to get in the way. And you feel like a lot of y'all could be putting, like, harnessing all your energy toward these passions of yours this week. The things that you really want, things that are going to bring you a lot of joy, things that are going to really put that sunlight on you and spotlight too. Now, you got the Page of Swords in your final outcome. You're good. You're really good. Listen, you got the King of Swords in the heart of your spread. Now you got the Page of Swords in your final outcome. That really is, swords, again, the mental suit. It's communication, it's logic, it's intellect, it's decisions, it's everything that's happening up here. All right. You have a lot of power. You have the King of Swords in the heart of your spread. All right. Now with the Page of Swords in your final outcome, the pages are the newbies. Okay. But they're also the messengers. Now check this out. Remember, Page, messenger, swords, communication. Remember what I said. Mercury and conjuncting Venus is going to be a thing this week. It is the best day of the week, so you will likely receive a message this week, okay? You just got the messenger of communication. So some of y'all, it will come intuitively. Some of y'all, it'll be in your physical reality, but there is definitely like a big message that could be coming through toward the end of the week, or even like anytime this week, actually, looking at where everything, like what else is happening. But it is, there is a sense of breakthrough that's happening this week. I want you to ask yourself, when it comes, or whatever you're manifesting, is it something, for a lot of y'all, it could be mentally, right? But it could be emotionally, it could be spiritually, it could be something in your physical world. Something's coming through, okay? There's also a sense of just you starting something new. It's just you starting something new where you're just so ready to go. You're so ready to go. It's something that, it's like something that you really, 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 really want. Spice Girl style. It really, and because remember, you have the 3 of Cups in your crown and the 10 of Cups in the root of your spread. All right, so there is something that, and 10 is the end. This is the end of the cycle. We're starting this new cycle. 3 is all about growth, advancement, but 3 is also creation, the birth of new things. So you see what's happening here. There's something new a lot of y'all will be starting or wanting to start or move toward on your path to enlightenment. So Scorpio, thanks so much for tuning in. I'm very excited for y'all. This is great. This is absolutely amazing. I mean, you have a lot of power. It's going to be a really good, powerful week for you. So Scorpio, thanks again. If you like this reading, it would be great if you like, subscribe, leave comments. And if you're a subscriber, I love how I shook my head no, like not to do it, but do it, please. If you are a subscriber, thank you so much for being here. Y'all are amazing. Next week, I do your monthly, all right? I'm doing August. Now, I'm just going to let you know now. When I talk about that career energy, we're just getting started. We have a new moon in Leo on August 16th. Your 10th house of career. New beginnings. I'll see you next week. Scorpio, thanks so much. All right, bye-bye.